Okay, dear viewers and dear students, welcome. Teacher Alan here with you for this hour, and we will be talking about famous things. So this is our popular famous things lesson plans, which are based on revolutionary products, inventions, sports, and things that have helped shape or influence our lives and economies. Okay, so each of these lessons um, includes a one-page reading on the history and significance of a particular thing, as well as reading comprehension exercise and vocabulary development tasks and some group discussions as well. Oh, and here's the first student. Hello, Darina. I was talking to myself. Hi, Darina. I can't hear you. Your microphone is muted. I think at the very top. Yes. At the top of your video, your microphone, there's a microphone button. Okay, I think. Oh no, it's back.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, now I can hear you.
Great.
Excellent. Well, how are you? Welcome.
I'm fine. How are you?
Very well. My name's Alan. I'm your teacher for this hour.
Great.
So Darina, is that how you pronounce your name?
Actually, it's Daria.
Daria.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
just because, yeah, it was already taken for Gmail, so I selected Darina.
All right. So there are a lot of Darias, I suppose. It's a
Yeah,
famous name, yeah?
yeah, it
Mm.
is.
Okay, so where are you from?
I'm from Ukraine.
Hmm. In Kiev?
No, Dnipropetrovsk.
Okay. All I know is Kiev and I know Vinica.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I've never been there, but I have some students who are from Vinica. Yeah, so tell me something about yourself.
So, I don't know. I'm young, full of energy, and open to new things to learn. So I'm looking to improve myself and study.
Excellent. So, what are you studying something right now, or are you working?
Yeah, I'm taking a few classes in design. So I'm UX designer,
Hmm.
and I always improve it. And I have some projects now on
Hmm.
which I'm working. So it's boss actually.
Oh, wow. Interesting. Mm. Do you find it difficult?
No, I love it.
That's good. That's what it's all about. You have to love what you do.
Yeah.
Excellent. That's
Do
good.
you love what you do?
Absolutely. Actually, um, originally I was more into business and finance. I was into accounting, and so I got sick of that. I got bored to death. Honestly, I was working in that field for quite a few years, and just said to myself, do I really want to do this for the rest of my life? Sit in front of a computer, deal with paperwork and numbers, and just drink coffee to keep myself awake. And yeah, so I said, nah, I want to, do something else, something different. And I thought, look, I was meant to do teaching. I've traveled the world a fair bit. I can speak a few languages. I'll try to.
Mhm.
And so I think that, teaching English is something that I really enjoy. And I've been doing it now for a few years. So yes, so I love it. And this is great because online I get to meet so many wonderful people from all over the world. And that this is amazing. And I don't have to travel. And I get, it's amazing. Is this the very first time you've done an online lesson?
No, I did it before, but through another like services.
Mhm.
From this one.
Okay, so how did you find out about English Journey?
Through the email, they just Lingualeo emailed me and they said that you got 3 free days, and I said, why not? I will try it.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of the students that have come through, the new students now, they're coming from Lingualeo, and it's cool. It's great.
Is there one problem in finding this English journey? If you type in Google English journey, you'll just a lot of links which are not this one.
Yes. You know why? Because it's a fairly new company. It's a
Mhm.
fairly new. It's been around less than a year. So maybe
Mhm.
this is why an English journey is very common. Sorry, is the sun in? Can you still see me okay? Because the sun is sort of half.
Fine. Do you see me? Okay, I
I
can
can
turn
see.
off light.
Yeah,
And
I can see you very well. Yeah. Maybe I should close my curtain.
no,
Uh,
you're great.
okay,
Just
good, good. Yeah, so English Journey is a very popular compound noun, let's say. So to have a company name itself English Journey is not very, I don't know, no one really does that. So as soon as you type English Journey, many people mention English Journey, but not necessarily the company English Journey. So what you need to do, you have to type englishjourney.co.nz,
yeah,
and that's you will find it straight away then. Yeah, because
yeah.
NZ.
And also in the email to put a link, so there is no link to English Journey in their emails.
Oh, so you struggled, or maybe they should. You should tell. You should mention this to the technical department or support department of Lingualeo because
I
it confuses students. I can imagine. So you must have taken you quite some time to find the right website.
yeah.
Mhm. That's okay. Well, I'm glad you're here. Nice to meet you. It's an absolute pleasure. And here we have another student. This is one of my most recent but regular students, Natalia. Hello.
Hello, hello, great to see you.
Welcome back. Long time no see.
Thank you.
How have you been?
I was busy a little.
hmm Sorry, I'm just gonna close this blind. It's too sunny. Okay. So you were busy with work, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we're having a lot of new students now coming from Lingualeo and so on. So Daria, oh, is it Daria or Daria? Daria. Yeah, she's one of them. So how was your weekend? Both of you, tell me, what did you get up to?
It was great. I was on the campground camping with my friends. It was just beautiful and all this wooden smell in the air, and it's just great.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
So you spent the whole weekend there?
Yeah.
That's cool. And Natalia, you were just busy working, preparing for work?
Yes, I was working, but last weekends in Moscow was the birthday of the city, yeah, and it was great. There were a lot of concerts, workshops, etc. It was great, and
Oh,
fireworks in the end, yeah.
amazing. And this is an annual thing, yeah? Every year you have this.
Yeah, yeah.
That's great. Yeah. I remember, I mean, when I was living in Australia. By the way, Daria, I'm from Australia, in case you didn't
Great.
notice.
I wondered.
Yeah. We have Australia Day. We celebrate Australia Day, and we also have big fireworks, and it happens in January, end of January. So we have actually two major fireworks for the new year, obviously, and then we have a month later for Australia Day. So it's double the fun.
We have three fireworks, the main fireworks. The third is on the 9th of May, the Victory Day.
All right. And which one is the biggest celebration?
I suppose the 9th of May, yeah.
Okay, it has to be, yeah. Let me just welcome the other student, Boris. Hello, Boris. Boris.
Hello.
How are you?
Thanks, fine.
Welcome to English Journey. My name's Alan. I'm your teacher for this hour. And do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself? Where you're from and what do you do?
I'm from Russia, and I am a programmer. What else do you want to know?
How long have you been learning English, perhaps? And what do you hope to achieve when you learn more English?
I'm learning English from time to time, and I'd like to improve my speaking experience.
Okay. All right, that's good. That's good. And
it's the first time when I join such a lesson.
Okay. Is this your first lesson, or have you taken any of the lessons before?
This is my first lesson online.
Oh. Excellent, excellent. So I presume you were notified by Lingualeo, right?
Yeah.
Good, good, excellent. Okay, that's good. Let me see. Okay, so we're about to start the lesson. I don't think any more students will join. If they do, too bad. So I just want to tell you a little bit about what I do at English Journey. I was instructed to focus more on speaking, okay, to enhance the students' speaking skills, language skills. All of this includes pronunciation, intonation, a bit of reading, discussion. Yeah, all of this comes together by knowing vocabulary. Yeah, so vocabulary and having a large archive or a large library of words in your mind will definitely help you to speak better. So when you have achieved that, then we work more on the pronunciation and the fluency of your speech. Yeah, so this is mainly what I focus on, and so I variate my lessons. I have sometimes different topics. So for today's lesson, we're going to talk about famous things. Okay, famous things that happen in the history of human history. I mean, in the history of humanity. And so just bear with me. I'm going to find it now and open it so you can see. But before we start, are there any questions you'd like to ask? Maybe personal questions about myself or about the lessons?
No questions.
No? Okay, excellent. So we'll get started then. All right, so the internet is one of the famous things that we'll talk about for this lesson. And so this involves a bit of reading and then some comprehension questions and so on. But before we read, before I ask you to read, I'd like us to discuss a little bit some of these questions perhaps here on the right. So tell me, when do you think the idea of linking computers to share information first started? And try not to look on the left side because some of the answers might be in the text. I want to challenge you before we start to read.
Can we Google now?
Sorry?
Can we Google now?
Well, if you don't know, then okay. I guess you can Google it. But take a guess. What year? When do you think that people started to think about linking computers, to share information?
In 40s?
Well, I don't think the idea of sharing it, but I think they used it, personally, I think they used it during the war, yeah, during World War II. However, not to the extent that we are using it now. It wasn't as advanced, obviously, but there was a technology which was used back then. I forgot what it's called, but you're close. Okay. Any other suggestions or guesses?
So if it's the Second War, so it was around 50s. Not 40s, but 50s.
Yeah. Well, it did start during that time, so, but I don't think it became public, or
Oh, public.
Yeah, or global. Let's say global. It didn't become global during that time. I think it was much later.
90s.
Yeah. Oh well, maybe before that. Probably before that. Yeah. But we'll see. Good guess. So let's move on to the next one. Do you know how long the internet has been in service? So the internet that we know now, how long do you think it's been around? Natalia, what do you think?
How long? Maybe since 1980s.
Good guess. All right. We're gonna find out in the text, so let's be patient. I want you to start thinking, yeah, before we start to read. So what does www stand for?
World Wide Web.
Yes, World Wide Web. And what does web mean? I'll type it for you in the chat. Web.
Web is a net of computers.
Yeah. That's good. It's like a net, yeah? So if you, Boris, he's a programmer, so he's a professional at all this. So this is very boring for you, isn't it? But think of it as, the spider's web. Spider web, yeah? It looks like a net and everything's connected. This is how the internet works. Yeah, everything's just connected. It looks like a spider's web of some sort. Okay. What about yourself? How often do you use the internet? And what types of things do you use it for? This is going to be interesting. Boris? Let's start with you.
Yeah.
You're a professional. I'm sure you use it all the time.
I use the internet every day for my job, for my work, and for my hobby, to watch TV, watch movies,
Good.
to watch news, and so on.
So you are fully making use of this advanced technology. You are using it to the utmost. Yeah. So you're using it for TV even. So I presume your TV can be connected to the internet. Your smartphone perhaps, and so on.
Um, my TV doesn't connect to the internet. I watch TV via browser
Mm.
online.
Oh, I see. Through your computer, yeah? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I have smartphone with internet access.
Mm-hmm.
Also, mm, notepad.
Oh, right.
Notepad.
Like tablets, tablet
Yeah,
devices.
yeah,
Yeah,
tablet.
like an iPad or something like that. Or...
Yeah.
Mm. All right. And the ladies, are you as geeky as Boris? I see Daria has a big smile on her face.
Okay. Yeah, mostly I use it for study. So I just find out new things through the internet. I take some internet classes in with my design field,
Mhm.
sometimes in English. And yeah, so mostly I use it for studying and finding out new things. And also I use it for connecting with people. So I use it for speaking with my relatives, which are far away from me now. So I can speak through Skype with them.
Good.
This is really nice.
And it's for free, right?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Ah, it's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, I love it.
It's good
Children.
until we find out that the CIA is spying on us.
Yeah.
You know, this, I don't know if you remember, recently, not too long ago, we found out that through Facebook and all these other social media, you know, they are giving our private information to, you know, the CIA and all these secret agencies and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, and Natalia?
I agree with Darina. Yeah, I use my computer for working, studying, communicating with my relatives and friends, and watching TV. I mostly don't use my TV, and I watch films and on my computer. Hmm?
Very good. I mean, without internet, we wouldn't be able to communicate now. We wouldn't be able to learn, to work, like you say. And, you know, personally with me, I am very dependable when it comes to the internet. I'm depending on internet too much.
Addicted, maybe.
Not just addicted. I mean, if I was to go to an, let's say for a vacation, I could, you know, live without it for a day or two. But, you know, I'm not one of those people who is on Facebook constantly, okay? So don't think of me as a social media nerd. But you know, I like to be connected to the internet to find out what's the latest about technology, sport. You know, I'm a bit of a geek when it comes to information technology and so on. Um, for example, in my flat, which I just moved into a week ago, my mobile reception, okay, if I want to make a phone call, it's very weak. Okay, I don't have a good signal, so I depend on other, you know, online applications to make phone calls. So this is a very handy thing. So if I had an emergency, I need to call my wife or whoever. How will I call her? I got no signal. So the internet saves me. Yeah. So I depend on it too much. Okay. Okay, so let's get started. Let's have a look at this text on the left. And let's get started. So we have, all right. Okay, so Boris, can you start with the first paragraph, please, on the left?
The Internet is made up of a large number of computer networks linked together by wires, cables, and wireless connections. The networks are run by governments, universities, and private businesses. The idea of linking computers to share information started in the United States in the 1940s, mainly for defense purposes. By the 1970s, there were several. Darina, could you mute your phone, your microphone? Okay, thank you. By the 1970s, there were several computer networks, but they were not linked. Then in 1979, two Americans developed the Internet Protocol, IP, which let packets of information be sent from one computer network to another until they reached their final destination. Computer networks could now be linked. About 1982, several networks merged to form the Internet, but it was used mostly by academics and technical experts.
Excellent. Very well read. Thank you. You're a good reader. And I have no corrections there, so that was well read. So I'll get Daria. Could you please continue?
Okay. In 1989, Tim Berners-Lee created a computer language known as HTML and a protocol known as HTTP that made it possible to send and receive documents through the Internet. This was the beginning of the World Wide Web. The web is of documents or sites that are linked together. Each has a specific location called a URL or web address. Do you want me to continue?
Yeah, please.
The web browser was developed shortly after. A browser is a piece of software that recognizes HTML and hyperlinks, references to the other documents within document. When a computer user clicks on a hyperlink, the browser connects to the computer storing the data, the web server, and sends the data back to the user's computer. The web and the web browser allows ordinary people to use the Internet. Do you want me to continue?
Yes, please. You can finish it.
Oh, okay. The Internet holds at least 4 billion pages of information, which close to 50 million host computers send out to about 1 billion users around the world. Users buy online services that offer email, chat rooms, and an internet browser to access the web in one package. The Internet has changed the world. People use it to share information, run their businesses, work from home, and keep in touch with family and friends.
Lovely. Thank you very much. Well read, Daria. So no corrections here either. Both of you read very well. Natalia has left us. I don't know why, but we'll continue without her. So I'm sure there may have been one or two words that you didn't understand. We'll go through them in just a moment. But first, let's see if you can answer these, not questions, but these 5 statements on the right, and tell me if they are true or false. Okay, so Boris, can you do the first one, please?
All computer networks are run by the government. No, that's false. I think some of them may run by the government, but another run by private companies.
Okay. Daria, do we agree with Boris?
Yeah.
Yeah, excellent. Very good. Well explained. I like your explanation. Very good. Okay, number 2. Daria?
Okay. Computer networks were first linked in US in the 1940s. I think it's true, isn't it? No, it's not. It was somewhere at the beginning of the text.
You're right, actually. It was. It's true.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Do you remember what they mentioned, what they said at the beginning of the text?
Yeah, about that, actually. That it was linked in US.
So it was in the 1940s. Let's have a look.
Yeah, it's at the top, yeah. The idea of linking computers to share information started, yeah.
What was it mainly used for?
For government services.
Oh, good. Yeah, it's for defense services. So it's the same. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Very good. All right. Next one, number 3, Boris.
The internet was created in the early 1980s. As far as I remember, the internet was created in 1989.
So
the third question is false.
In 1989. So if it's in 89, that's still part of the 80s, right?
89. It is. That's right. Yeah.
So it's true, yeah? It was created in the early, but it's in the early, sorry. It wasn't in 89. It was in the early 80s. I think it was 82. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, about 1982.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's for the internet, but it was used most. Yeah. It was not public.
Yeah, it wasn't, not just yet. It was only there for academics. But in 89, like you said, this is where the HTML and HTTP were made. So you were close. Okay, so let's do number 4. Daria?
HTML is a web address. So actually it's not. It's a language for programming web pages.
Yes, excellent. Very good. You remembered. Yeah, you're right. It's a language, yeah? Okay, number 5.
When the internet was first created, it was used mostly by universities. Yes, that's right.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So it was by universities and educated people, academics, I think that's what it said. Yeah, here it is. And technical experts, yeah. So not everyone could even afford to have the internet. All right, good, well done. So now, okay, so we're gonna skip these 8 questions just for now, and let's look at the vocabulary. I want to see if you understand some of these words. I'll make it a bit bigger for you. So these 5 sentences, I want you to choose either A, B, or C, so the correct choice underneath. That has the closest meaning of the word that's underlined. Okay, so let's start with Daria.
The idea of linking computers to share information started in the US in 1940s. So linking is connecting together. It's B.
Excellent, yeah. Linking is connecting together. Can you use linking in your own words? Can you give me an example? Make a sentence with linking.
Let's link in Facebook. I don't know.
Yeah, good.
Something like that.
But you would say, let's link up.
Let's link up, yeah.
Now let's link up in Facebook.
Thank you.
It's like let's connect.
Uh-huh.
I like your thinking. Good. Second one, Boris.
This idea of linking computers was mainly for defense purposes. Defense is military protection.
Yes, exactly. So defense purposes, the government used it for the military, basically. Yeah. All right. Let's do number 3.
Okay. Computer networks are run by governments, universities, and private businesses. So it's managed.
Yes, very good. So computer networks are run by governments. How would you use run in this same context, the same meaning, in your own words?
Can you run this application?
Could you say that, Boris?
I think it's a different meaning.
Might be a little bit different.
Okay. Let me think about that.
Okay, take a few seconds. Boris, would you like to try?
About run?
Yeah, try to use run in this sense, like manage. In
Okay. For example, to run a business, to run a corporation.
Yeah, good. Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Closer, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. So you could say, I run my own business.
Yeah.
Yeah, I manage my own. I'm self-employed. Yeah, so I run my own business. Or you could say, I run 3 businesses at a time. So you have 3 businesses and you manage all 3 of them. Okay, let's do number 4. Boris?
About 1982, several computer networks merged to form the Internet. Merge is journey together to become one.
Yes, exactly. So it's C. To merge means to join together to become one. How would you use this in your own words?
Merge, this word we often use in programming, in like to merge 2 range of data.
Good, yes, absolutely. You can merge data together to, complete a certain process, or in the business sense, you could say these 2 major corporations or these 2 companies, they merged to, to become more successful, to make a better profit, perhaps. You know, sometimes you have like I think which companies would it be? Like yeah, Sony and Ericsson. Yeah, they merged a long time ago, so they became one company when it came to making mobile phones, for example. But I don't think they're together anymore. All right, and the last one?
Alan, sorry.
Yes?
A question.
Go ahead.
Data or data?
Good question. All right, so if you see now you're learning, okay? I like when you ask me these questions, and don't be shy, okay? Because I am here at your disposal, okay? I'm here to serve you, so you need to ask me as many questions as you can think of. So don't be shy. Data and data, both are correct. Now, you as a student of English, you need to choose whether you want to go the American standard or the British standard. I speak a bit more of the British, yeah. However, I can speak in American if you want me to. But the Australian is a bit more British, and I don't actually speak the pure Australian accent. If I was to do that, you might not understand me very well. So this is why I'm speaking slowly and clearly, and I think the British are very easy to understand. So data, Americans say data. Data, okay? The British would say data. Simple as that. So you can choose either one, but for your sake, I suggest that you choose one standard, either the American or the British, and stick to that. Yeah, because you will get confused down the road. I don't want you to be, you know, speaking strangely, you know. So try to stick to one, and so people can understand you, and you sound more fluent. Yeah. So if you want to speak or sound like a British person, you know, choose and say data, and so on. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I see.
You see. So both are correct, data or data. It's just, you know, one is British, one is American. And the last one, Daria.
About 50 million host computers send out information to about 1 billion internet users. So host it's be one holding the information.
Excellent. So it's not expensive and it's not government.
Yeah.
Yes, so it's host computers. Yes. Sometimes if you're not sure, you just see which ones sound strange, odd, and you get the answer. So about 50 million host computers send out information to about 1 billion internet users. Yeah, so host, those who are holding the information. Maybe you could say like servers, right, Boris? Could you call them servers?
Not exactly.
There's a difference, yeah?
Yeah. Host is a hardware mainly.
Okay.
Although there are virtual hosts.
Yep.
But I think the main difference between host and a service is a service offer some service.
Right. Okay. So a server.
But host is like a container. It's like a container for program that that run site, for example.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, some of these terms get a bit technical. I'm glad that we have a programmer in the class. That's good. So yeah. Okay, so let's keep going then. And here are some more words. Let's see if we can go through these. I'm sure you know most of them anyways, but it's good to sort of understand and make sure that you understand the meaning exactly. So on the left we have 14 vocabulary words, And I want you now to match them to the definitions on the right. Okay, so the first one, Daria.
Network. So I think it's a connected system.
Yeah, absolutely. So our network is a connected system. Give me a sentence with network, please.
The internet is
Sorry, the internet?
it's a computer network.
Yeah, good, yes. Excellent. Okay, second one, Boris.
Protocol. Protocol.
You can't make a mistake now. You're a programmer.
I don't.
All the
I
pressure.
don't see a right explanation in the right column.
I'm sure you understand it in Russian. You know how to explain it in Russian. But this is the whole point. Yeah, sometimes.
Protocol. I can explain in my own words.
Okay, try. Go ahead.
Protocol is a program specification which used which used for interaction between two systems.
Between two systems.
For example, the browser and a server.
Okay, that's very good. So you've explained it very technically, and the answer in here is pretty simple. Yeah, it's not as technical as your explanation. Let's see if you can find it. So you mentioned system, yeah?
Maybe take. Oh, I'm sorry. I was supposed to keep silence.
That's okay. It's okay. Can you see it, Boris?
I guess H.
Yeah, that's it. So it's a code, yeah. They say they're calling it a code or a system of doing something.
Protocol is not exactly the code. A code. It's a technical specification.
Yeah, well, yeah, you probably know better than these people anyways, so I would trust you. But I think out of all of these answers, this is probably the closest one, yeah? So maybe it's a system, yeah. All right, good. Okay, let's do the next one. Daria?
Destination. Give me a second. I think this is a place that someone or something is going to. It's like a target, final point I want to get at the end.
Yes, that's good. So it's the place that someone or something is going to. Okay, give me a quick sentence with destination.
Okay, so my destination is Kiev when I fly from Amsterdam to Kiev.
Good, yes. Excellent. Yeah, very good. Okay, that's self-explanatory. Okay, so let's do 4. Boris.
Academic. A person who has excellent skills or knowledge.
Yes. Excellent, yeah. Oh, sorry. What did you say? A person who has excellent skills or knowledge.
I think this is the next one. Expert.
Yeah. Expert would be that. So both of these are people. Yeah. So an academic.
A person teaching or studying at the university.
Yes. Yeah. It's got to do with academia. Yeah. Academia. An academic. So here it's a noun. represents a person, but academic can also be an adjective. Okay.
Okay.
All right. But in this case, in this context, it definitely is a person. An expert, like we just heard, it's a person who has excellent skills or knowledge. So let's do 6. Okay, Daria.
Okay, document. It's a written or printed piece of information.
Yes, exactly. That's very easy. Yeah.
Yeah.
We all know what a document is. Okay, 7, Boris.
Site. Once again, I can't see. Site.
Try not to think about it in the, let's say, computing sense. Think about it in general. What would you say site means?
Site is a place.
Yes, it's a place. So place or location.
Location, place.
Yeah.
Or
So same with online. You're on a web site.
website. Yeah.
Yeah, a place of web. Yeah. So for example, let's say CSK Moscow, the football club, they're building a new stadium. Yeah. So where now I'm taking you, Boris, and we are going to the site of where the new stadium will be built. This is the building site. Yeah, or the site of construction site, for example. Yeah. Okay, 8, Daria.
Browse. I think it's a read or look through because it's like a searching process.
Sorry, which one did you say?
I said D.
Oh, D.
Because it's a kind of searching process when you're like something.
Yeah, read or look through. Yeah. Give me a sentence with browse.
Okay. Is it like, can I use it anywhere where I can search?
Try, let's see how it sounds.
Okay.
What do you have in mind?
Okay, let's just use it in internet-like sentence. I'm browsing an information about pets.
Yeah. Sure, why not? Perfectly fine. Now, when you are, let's say, shopping, let's say you go to a shopping mall and you enter a store, you want to buy new fancy shoes for your new date. Yeah. So, and you enter the shoe store, and the person that's working there approaches you and says, "Hello, madam, how can I help you?" And you haven't decided yet what you want. So you're gonna say, "I am
browsing for a new shoe."
Yeah, I'm just browsing.
Are you sure I can use it this way?
I'm just looking. I haven't decided. I haven't made up my mind. So I'm just looking around. I'm just browsing. You can say that. I say that all the time because when I do, sorry.
It sounds a little bit strange just for me.
Yeah, it does. This is it's almost like an idiom. You see, us natives, we use a lot of these words sometimes, and literally they mean something totally different. Yeah, I mean they don't mean literally browse. You know, if you take a shoe and you're looking at it browsing, you know, it doesn't make sense. So you can say that when you enter a shop, you're looking at various clothes, so you're just looking, you're browsing. This is what I always say, and it's very common to say that. So that's a good one to remember. All right, and 9.
Click. Push a computer key or button.
Yeah, that's it. That's very easy. Do you want to give us a sentence with click?
Uh, click some buttons. Click a
Yeah.
link.
Yeah, or click click this button if you want to exit, for example, yeah? Or
Yeah.
click this button if you want to close the application. Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
All right, 10. Daria?
So store. I think it's collect and keep for future use.
Yes. So, is it an adjective, a noun, a
I think
verb? Yeah, it's a verb. Yeah, to store something means like almost to save. Yeah, you're putting it in storage.
yeah.
You're collecting and keeping for future use. Yeah, you know how we say we have every house usually has a storeroom. A storeroom. Yeah, a room where you store things. Okay. However, you can also say store as a noun, the shop. Yeah, a shoe store, for example.
Yeah.
All right, ordinary.
Ordinary. Average, not special.
Very good. Give me a quick sentence with that.
Ordinary day.
Oh yeah, what an ordinary day it was. Nothing special. I didn't do anything today. Okay. And then we have 3 left here, but we're gonna have to wrap it up because there's another class after me in case you want to join it. So chat, I'll just quickly wrap it up for you. So chat is yeah, talk in a friendly, casual way. So, you know, let's have a chat. Let's chat together for a little bit. Yeah. So yeah, a friendly conversation. Access. What's access? Be able to reach or use. Can you access the website? No, there's an error. It keeps giving me an error. Okay, and then keep in touch. I think you know this one. To continue communication, to stay in touch, you can also say, and to keep in contact with your friend and so on. All right, so that's it pretty much. We could have discussed a little bit more, but we ran out of time. So, are there any questions?
Thank you for your time.
No, excellent. You know everything. That's very good. I'm happy. Look, it was very nice to meet you, Daria and Boris. I hope to see you soon again. And enjoy the rest of your night.
It was nice to meet you too.
Thank you very much. All the best.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.